Good afternoon. Welcome back to another 2 p.m. with the Trigger. I'm your host, Rich Bontrager. Great to be back with you. And we're going to pick up on a little bit about yesterday. If you joined me for 2 p.m. live, we slowed down the pace. We got very real and we began to discuss a little bit. No more freeze for all these virtual events and all the things that are going on. And amazing how much interaction I got during the show, after the show, even still coming in other conversations that people really are getting burned down on bad events, poor events, free events, lack of value or takeaways from events. So one of the big questions that came out of yesterday, talking about learning how to go to higher level events, learning how to look for those and find those, is what should we be looking at in these so-called experts? It's easy to call yourself an expert now. It's easy to say I'm an expert on XYZ, and many people are. I'm not shooting that down, but the fact is the experts got to be able to show up, have great content, run good shows, well-produced shows, well-produced events. And you got to be not just a content provider, but you also be a show host, someone that has a credibility. We're going to look at 5 things to help you evaluate if the people are actual credible experts, if it's worth going to their events, if it's worth the 500, the 200, the 300, or if it's worth the free. This will help you evaluate a little bit about what you're looking for, who you're looking for, because one of the things we've gone is we've heard the experts, we've heard the accolades, and we go and realize, I already know all this stuff, or no, it's not really hitting the mark. So again, like yesterday, ask questions, chime in. We're going to carry on this conversation about what do you do, how do you know, who is an expert, so you know if it's worth going to these events. Again, no more free. Let's grow and build brands that are going to help each other and help this new media that we all get to use. And we're going to talk a lot more about that coming up as well. But let me give you tip number 1 here right away is professional qualifications and expertise. Now, it might seem obvious, but a lot of people skip right over this. They hear of all the wow, all the glam, all the social posts, all the energy they put out there. They got to be an expert, right? They got to be cool, Trigger. Think about this way. A credible expert should possess a relevant professional qualification in the expertise of the field they're going to talk about. I've been in media for 36 years. I do not know about cars. I do not know about engines. I do not know about fixing pools. I know about media. I know about charisma, questions, answers, interview skills, where to look, how the story tell. I know all these things. But like I said the other day, you don't want me coming to fix your toilet. I'm not qualified. I'm not an expert. So when you're looking for people running these events, take time to go and research who they are and what they are really about. Look for evidence of their educational background. I did go to broadcasting school. Again, I have hands-on training. I have 36 years. Look for certificates. If they have special awards, I'm a virtual expert speaker. The badging is on my websites, other places. Look for this stuff and any practical experience. Again, LinkedIn's a great way to look at your LinkedIn. It's not really a resume, but it does show expertise. It shows where you've been, the events you work with. If you want to see how I do with virtual events, go check out my LinkedIn. You're going to see podcast hosts, event hosts with this group, with that group. It's not just my stuff. I'm working with other people. You want to see that in the experts that are running the events you want to go to. You want to see that they really have the qualifications of that expert that you're looking for. Now, number 2 here, do they have good affiliations, good associations? Do they are connected with other people within that same media space? Experts who have that reputable relationship, have good connections with organizations, with associations, with maybe institutions, okay? They have a high level of credibility within those other organizations. And you're going to stop and go, if they're connected with XYZ, and if they speak highly of them, probably want to pay attention. I work hard with the National Speakers Association. This week is a big NSA week for me. Last night was the NSA podcast group. Tonight will be the NSA authors group. And tomorrow will be the NSA Behind the Stage show. And I've been active with the NSA for a very long time as a keynote on-stage public speaker, but now also working with on the media side to help them grow what they do with media, and I'm helping the lead part of that. It's a collaborative commitment, but I'm known in that space, and it's a great relationship. You want to look for those things with your people. Do they have those relationships? Are they in a network of other people that you could say, that name may know about them. Hey, I'm going to check out and see if they've worked together. I'm going to see how well they know each other. These affiliations indicate their expertise is being recognized by other people. Endorsements and things like that, the recognition is well worth it. Even in the speaker world, we have different badging, different letters to what level you are within the speaking community. In the broadcast world, we have different broadcast awards and certificates. Now that things are virtual, we have virtual awards and certificates and associations to be a part of. Who are they associated? Number 3, look at that peer recognition. This keeps building on the same thing, but we're going to take it a bit further. Look at the endorsements or the testimonies of the people they associate with. An expert reputation, peer-to-peer, is really important. We've talked about testimonials here on 2 p.m. and on other shows that I run and host, but those testimonials are so underutilized, especially by prospective clients, especially by people that are wanting to research if it's worth going to. Take time and look at their testimonies. LinkedIn has a recommendation area. It's kind of the testimonial. People will type in and write and share that. It's a great tool to use on LinkedIn. You can go to websites. Again, my website does have an area where testimonials. Those are video testimonials. I also have written testimonials. Look for what others are saying about them. Look at maybe if they're in a peer-reviewed publication in some magazine. People have referenced me in what, in fact, today I just got one on LinkedIn. Another media expert referred back to an interview discussion we had about my version of Lives and their editing, sharing content. Brunton put it out there that we had a great conversation, and he put a little soundbite out. Those are the things you want to look for. Conference presentations, invitations to be a select speaker or an influencer in their industry. Look for what other people's recommendations are. Now, consistent and ethical behavior. We're going to put a stop right here. Let me say that one again. Number 4 is consistent and ethical behavior. Being credible, an expert, not just in the talent skills that you have, but are you ethically, morally, professionally doing what the guidelines of your industry talks about? Many years of professional broadcasting, we were told on all broadcast medias, it was regulated. It still is. There was no alcohol when we were doing a football game. If I was on the air, there was no alcohol. If I was doing an interview with somebody, there was no alcohol. Now, after you could drink, you could toast, whatever, but you're on the air. There's none of that. Years and years ago, there was smoking on television. There were things like that. Nowadays, that's pretty much gone. So ethically, are you showing up? Look for that signs of transparency. We've talked about that a lot here as well. Are they honest? Are they receptive to other people's input, criticism? Are they self-confident but not self-arrogant? There's a difference between the two. You're going to want to see how credible they are. Like being in a discussion in an open forum room, are they kind of wobbly if they don't dominate it? Or are they able to be in a room of other opinions and share their thoughts, behave well with others, and have a great time? Number 4 is really huge in my area of looking for, will their events be good? Will the information they give me be good? Because if they're consistent, they're showing up, they're talking, they have ethical behaviors, and they have a good value system. I talk about values a lot. I believe in values. One of my values is I'm going to have fun. I love to shine on camera and shine on stage, but part of that is having the fun, having that charisma come through, and people say it's real. You see me here virtually. You see me at a live event. You see me in whatever store. I'm the same guy. Yeah, that may be goofy to some, but this is the same guy. I love life and I have fun. Those are the things you want to look for as well. Finally, number 5 of all this is going to be your audience feedback. Nothing's better than a satisfied customer. I learned that a long time ago in sales and marketing. One of the best things is, did you do something? Did you coach somebody? Did you equip? Did you have a webinar that was successful? Are others saying, wow, it was good stuff? And talking about that reputation. Evaluate what that looks like. Evaluate how the audience feedback. Oh, went to an event and it was a dud. Went to an event, checked out early. Went to an event, I was there for 3 minutes and I was gone. Those are the type of things you want to look at. Consider the quality, consider the depth of the information that they're providing during their expert showcase, whatever it's a podcast, TV show, seminar, mastermind, whatever it is that you're trying to check out. You want to check out and see, is it going to be good quality information? Don't just let them say, fantastic, amazing things will be taught. It means nothing. It means they will do anything they want on any given day. You really want to know the audience feedback. And a lot of these events that I've worked with, we do have a feedback form. We do have a way of saying this was good, this was bad. In fact, with Market Appeal, when we do our symposiums, we actually do a live event when we bring the digital book out, and we have a live review. We have a discussion. We have a whole community too, where they get to give us the feedback. And it's great to hear right from them. And with Market Appeal Symposium events, we're building up the testimonies. We're building out that proof. So as you see those events yourself, you'll be able to do all the research that I'm describing right here. Take the time to learn and evaluate who you want to buy from, who you want to invest in. Remember, credibility is a cornerstone of expertise. It really is. If you evaluate people properly, you're not going to get stuck on what I was describing yesterday. You have a less time of going, oh, I got into another bad event. This was horrible. I paid $50 and it's not worth 10. Or the expert really isn't an expert. These are the things that you want to really focus on. Again, let me go back over there really fast because you want to keep those. And I'm going to put these in the line after the show here today. Joe Hadley, but the 5 ways to evaluate credibility of the expert that's promoting and doing the event. Professional qualifications of expertise. The affiliation and the associations. Are they connected with other people that are recognizable, empowering? Check that out. The peer recognition. Peer-to-peer. Do you have endorsements from top tier people in their same industry? Consistency and ethical behavior. Do they show up? Every day I'm here at 2 p.m. Every day I'm here for you. I'm here to help you shine on camera and shine on stage, to have these conversations because it's important to me, to you, and the commitment I've made to help people grow in their brand and their brand authority. And finally, that audience feedback and that reputation. What are they actually saying about the host, the speaker, the expert? Check out how to evaluate the credibility. Take time to learn how to do it. And as always, if you have questions, contact me on this. This is not an easy thing to just talk about. Reach out, rich@richbontrager.net. You can talk to me about what we do, how we do it, some of the skills that we do, and some of the best practices that we do to make sure every one of our events is of the higher quality. How do we vet the guests we're going to have? How do we vet the speakers that we're going to have? How do we stay on target? Those are all important parts of what makes the events I'm associated with and rock the stages with. That's some of the things we go through. It's really important to know how you're building it out. Coming up tonight, I'll have back another show going live tonight with the National Speakers Association. It's the author forum tonight. And tomorrow I'll be working with the NSA. Again, two of the groups, or one, NSA is one of the big groups I get to work with. International, global, highly recognized speaker group. And by the way, if you do want to have a consultation call, talk to me about your media, talk about your branding, talk about your dreams and where you're going to go. Here's that QR code again. Hit that QR code, zap that, and book a one-to-one call with the Trigger. Again, we will meet up and talk about this. Look at where you're heading. Look at what you're doing. What are the gaps maybe? What are the things you do? And we can build out a strategy and a coaching plan customized for you. And a big announcement coming your way. We are going to announce our mastermind program, a 6-month mastermind program. If you want to learn about that, hit me up and get that free consultation as well. But that mastermind will be launching, and that's going to be about building your brand and your brand empire. We're going to go detailed step by step for 6 months to help you grow, to help you shine on camera, on stage, and build that media empire that you see and hear me talk about and other experts talk about. I want to help you succeed and do that. That's going to do it for today on the Trigger Rich Bontrager. I'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. live with the Trigger. Come ready. Email me your questions. Again, rich@richbontrager.net. You never know. Your question might make it right here and be one of our featured 2 p.m.s. We'll see you tomorrow.